Well, Mahua Moitra has always been in the news. Remember her comment a few years back, I think it was in 2022, where there was this entire controversy over a poster which had depicted Ma Kali smoking a cigarette or a cigar. At that point of time, she had said that, this is up to people how they want to interpret Ma Kali. For me, she's someone who drinks alcohol and also smokes. Ultimately, her party distanced itself from her, and she also had to give a kind of a clarification. This was one comment of her which she has stoked controversy. I remember Mamata Banerjee had publicly rebuked her in 2022, where she had told her to mind her business. So she really has been a child of controversy. But the latest one brings grave allegations against her. And that is on those charges that she was taking money in exchange for questions. Now, investment banker, she was very briefly with the Congress party. And then around 2016, there was a time when she decided to leave. She was very disillusioned, and that's when she joined the Trinamool Congress. She was in the assembly, but then she also became, for the first time, a member of parliament from Krishnanagar. And Krishnanagar has a large number of, apart from being known for its sweets, Krishnanagar has, of course, a large number of Muslim population. And many of the people locally had complained against her, said that she's an outsider, she's lived abroad, she doesn't even know what Bengali culture is all about. She belongs to a Hindu Brahmin family. Her parents are quite rich also, and but she had a very firebrand, feisty kind of a campaign, and therefore she won, and she with an overwhelming majority. And since then, she's never looked back. She's not been one to mince words, taking on the BJP, accusing them of having an alliance with the corporates. And in fact, her attack has always been directly on the prime minister. At times, her comments have put her party at unease. And the sources, of course, say that the Banerjees, Mamata Banerjee as well as Abhishek Banerjee, do not always approve of her. Kind of constantly tweeting, coming out with a public stand. But of course, she's been one of the lead speakers for the Trinamool Congress in Lok Sabha. At one point of time, the TMC, of course, wants to have a national picture, a connect, because it's a Bengal-based party. It wants to have a connect with the national politics or the Delhi politics. And Derek O'Brien from Rajya Sabha, and many thought it could be Mahua Moitra as far as the Lok Sabha is concerned. But she doesn't have too many friends within the TMC because of her way of speaking and her controversies. But also, she has stood by, and there's also been this speculation: will she even get the tickets for the next Lok Sabha elections? Well, in the backdrop of this controversy, that question remains to be seen, whether Mamata Banerjee will actually stand by her and be defiant, because she herself has been a firebrand politician, or whether Mahua Moitra, mired in many possibly legal cases or controversial cases, will have to step apart from real-time politics. But she is certainly one who's believed in living her life her own way, very flamboyant, someone who's, to use the words, of being very bindas and carefree. Her bag certainly has been the topic of controversy. Remember, she was pulled up that she was carrying a Louis Vuitton bag when the topic of inflation was being discussed in Lok Sabha. And the next day, she comes back with the bag and she tells people, look, this is the cost of this bag. I am not bothered. So this is her don't care attitude, which has earned her a lot of controversy, earned her enemies. But there are many who, of course, see her as that face of the Trinamool Congress, of the political arena, who openly and directly takes on the prime minister.